Well, the pandemic is taking cleaning and sterilization processes to a much higher level at hospitals and healthcare facilities. And a Batesville-based startup says its product is getting more attention as a result. Trinity Guardion makes mattress barriers that it says protects patients from hospital-acquired infections. And Business of Health reporter Kylie Valletta has more. Kylie.
Thank you, Gary. In 2019, a nonprofit institute named Healthcare Mattresses #2 on a top 10 list of health tech hazards. Trinity Guardion says its mattress barriers are already being used at 16 hospitals, including 5 major academic centers, and a client close to home, the Indiana Spine Hospital. Throughout the pandemic, hospitals have been laser focused on keeping patient rooms as clean and sterile as possible, and Trinity Guardion believes its mattress barriers are part of the solution. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Bruce Rippe joins me now to tell us how the coronavirus is creating traction for the company. Bruce, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you, Kylie.
Tell us about your mattress barriers and how the process is different.
Bacteria can survive on surfaces from a few hours to 6 months. Bacteria like C. diff can survive on surfaces for a long period of time because they can turn into spores and just vegetate there for up to 6 months. There's no soft surface disinfectants available on the market to use. So our product replaces the cleaning and disinfection process that hospitals use by using a launderable barrier cover between patients. And so the product comes from the laundry, and it's in a sterile pack. It's applied to the bed, and after the patient is discharged to go back home, the cover is removed and sent out to the laundry.
Right, so getting them clean is important, and like you said, yours goes through a laundry process versus just being wiped down. So your company just completed a study that looked at some of the major organisms involved in hospital-acquired infections. Tell us about the results of that study.
So what we did is applied in excess of 10 million C. diff spores onto one of our mattress covers, as well as various other pathogens, and we let them dry and then laundered them using our process, and it resulted in a 99.99999% reduction of those microorganisms on the surface. And that's really important because the current process hospitals use today only kills about 70% of the bacteria that's on the surface. So it's far more effective in creating a safer patient surface than you can get through a manual disinfection process that hospitals typically use today.
And so your study didn't look specifically at the coronavirus, but as you know, because of COVID-19, there's a much bigger focus on keeping hospital rooms sterile and clean right now. But what correlation can you draw between hospital-acquired infections and the coronavirus with regard to your mattress barriers?
So, while we didn't look at COVID, as you mentioned, the issues are very similar to other bacteria and other that cause hospital-acquired infections. COVID can be transmitted between patients in a hospital. Patients coming into contact with surfaces that have the virus on it can pick up those viruses and get COVID, not only in the hospital, but in a variety of other areas. So having a cleaner surface than you can get using a manual disinfection process is very important. The CDC has said that hospitals should look for cleaning and disinfection processes for their rooms that mirror processes that they would typically use for C. diff. So our process resembles very closely what the CDC has prescribed for laundering linens that have known COVID patients on them.
All right. Well, Bruce, good luck moving your product forward. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you.